ladies and gentlemen, it's that time. No capes required. It's top 5. Man, that rhymes. Awesome. Yeah, that rhymes. Yeah.
Alright.
But no, in all seriousness, this segment where we make top 5 lists of different superhero topics, and this week's topic is Speedsters. Now, if anybody knows me, and Doug knows this, super speed is my favorite power. It's always been my favorite power. And super speed, I feel like, is just something that no matter what point in life, whatever profession you're doing, like, super speed's always going to be helpful to you.
It's very dynamic power. Probably the most. You can use it with anything.
Exactly. It's so versatile. Like,
super strength, you'll break a pencil.
Yeah. But so we've made our 5 favorite speedsters, ranking them in order. The only caveat is that super speed has to be their signature ability. So say Superman has super speed and he's really fast, but he has many other powers, and nobody would say that super speed is his signature ability. They would probably say it's either flight or super strength.
Right.
So with that in mind, who is your number 5, Doug?
Let's see. My number 5, I'm actually going to go on the anime tip for a second.
Okay.
From Hunter x Hunter, I'll choose Killua. Killua.
Ooh, I like it. I like it.
Right, yeah. I forgot what his power is called, but it incorporates lightning.
Yeah, I think it's Godspeed.
Godspeed. And I remember when, in one episode, he was facing somebody that shot a bullet at him.
Yeah.
And he stood right where he was standing. He was standing still, caught the bullet as soon as it touched his forehead. So, like, he felt it touch his forehead, caught it. That was fast. And I just like how he was used versus the little insect villains. I don't remember what they were called.
The Chimera ants.
The Chimera ants. Yeah, when he was fighting, I think Yupo or Yuppie.
Yeah.
And he just was demolishing him in his Godspeed form.
Yeah.
Also in Jump Force, he's a very important character.
Yeah, no, I mean, he's great to use, and he's so fast that he actually takes out vital points, and that's like, he's an assassin too. So so my number 5 is also a kid. It's not from the anime realm, and man, you brought up Killua. I might have to change my list around, but it's too late now. I'm gonna keep it the same. I'm still going with my number 5, which is Dash from The Incredibles.
Okay.
Just really love the character. He's like most speedsters. He's pretty cocky. I mean, almost all speedsters are cocky. I feel like that's sort of a trait because you're just that fast.
Can't keep up with you. Yeah.
But
be cocky too.
No, yeah. I mean, look, I just love his exuberance, his energy, and it just kind of rubs off on anybody who's around him. So it's just, and he has one of the best quotes in the movie again, like about being special and which means nobody is, but. Like I said in the last episode, but no, he's just a great character, runs really fast, and his moment where he runs on water is still like one of the best scenes in animated history. So that's my 5th.
Okay.
Who do you have as your 4th?
So at number 4, let me look at my little black book. Number 4, I have Reverse Flash.
Ooh, okay.
Yeah, Reverse Flash on numerous occasions beats The Flash.
Yes.
Both Barry Allen and Wally West on numerous occasions. Even though his arch nemesis and the one he's most obsessed with is Barry. He just, for some reason, whenever he comes into a scene or a panel, it like changes the whole dynamic of the fight. He throws Flash off because he's either as fast as him at the time or faster, depending on how they run and write him. I think that he's just an overlooked character at times when it comes to the speedsters.
Yeah, no, definitely. So my number 4 is somebody that I don't feel like gets enough credit, and that is Bart Allen.
Ooh,
so, he started out as Impulse.
Bart Allen.
He's a very slept-on character in my opinion, and it's probably because he isn't in enough media.
No,
he's really just in Young Justice, but even when you're watching Young Justice, he instantly, at least for me, became one of my favorite characters in that series. Like, he just makes, very much like Dash, he's very exuberant, he's very positive, he's always smiling, he makes, some jokes, he's just a bundle of fun.
Yeah.
But I feel like what was really interesting about Young Justice was that some of that exuberance and, clownishness was almost of a side to, hide how he was really feeling about his future. Because at least in that one, he was sort of like a time traveling. He was from the future, he traveled back to the past, and his future, almost DBZ-esque, was kind of wrecked. And so, and it's almost like, he didn't want to come back to his future. So, it was very interesting to see his character in that series, and he's definitely one of my favorites of the Flash family, and very slept on.
It's good for. It's good for.
Thank you.
My number 3, I have the Raikage.
Woo! I like him. Yeah.
Raikage. He is probably top 5 fastest character in the Narutoverse.
Yeah.
I think the only one that's faster than him is probably Yellow Flash or Naruto.
Or Kage,
or Naruto with his Kurama powers on.
Yeah.
And Raikage has done a lot of feats. You can't really keep up with him with your eyes.
Yeah.
He always has a trail of lightning. Most of his attacks incorporate lightning moves because he's from the cloud.
Lightning, yeah.
Or village hidden in the clouds or something, lightning thing, whatever. But he is probably one of the fastest in the Narutoverse, and he has to make this list.
Nah, for sure. That's a good one. I wasn't even thinking about these anime characters, but that's the thing. Like, there's so many speedsters across all platforms, and I love them all. It's
love them. Got to.
But so my number 3, we alluded this to. Doug had alluded this before. Quicksilver. Quicksilver. In almost every platform, I really like his character. I felt like he was kind of a little bit lame at the end of Age of Ultron, only because of how spoiler alert, he dies. I mean, he couldn't dodge any bullets, and that was like, you're the fastest alive. And he was also, I forget if he was wearing New Balance, and maybe that was the problem.
That movie didn't do him justice, though.
Yeah, no. But X-Men Days of Future Past really did.
Yes.
And I would say the best scene in any movie about super speed is a scene in which Quicksilver is just moving around and everybody else is moving in slow motion. And he's just like, that is the best scene in using super speed in cinema history, in my opinion. It's so dope. It gives his character justice in that movie. That's the thing, like you had said before, you always like Quicksilver in that series, and he's instantly becomes one of your favorite characters, and a character that you just fall in love with. So Quicksilver, he talks trash, and his relationship with Wanda is always great. Quicksilver, he's got to make my top 5.
Yeah. The way they did the Speedsters perspective in that movie, too, I think that was amazing. No one's ever done that before. Seeing everything in slow motion, poking people, the momentum still coming out of them. I like that. But moving on to my number, what would be that, 2?
Yeah, we're at 2.
My number 2, I have, where did my number 2 go? Oh, I have the Yellow Flash. The one person who is faster than the Raikage. The Yellow Flash was known in the Narutoverse as the fastest shinobi in their history.
Yeah.
And I think that just because he is that notable within that verse, that he has to be at least somewhere on my list. And I think he's faster than all the people on my list thus far.
Yeah, no, definitely. I mean, Yellow Flash is...
It's a little borderline teleportation.
Yeah, I guess that would be some... if there are some arguments on the,
you could debate that.
You could debate if it is teleportation because, the kunai knives maybe, but... Yeah. The thing is, he's an awesome character, no matter how you look at it, and I think the only problem with that is like we would have wanted to see a little bit more of him. I mean, we got a good amount, I guess, in terms of his backstory and everything like that, but he was such a cool character. You want to just see as much as you can.
Him and Itachi should have a spin-off series. I'm down for it.
Yeah, I mean, I would love to see who would win in a fight between those two.
That would be
awesome.
That would be good.
But so my number 2 is arguably the most popular speedster around. And he didn't originate from comic books, he originated from video games. Yes, I'm talking about Sonic the Hedgehog.
Yep.
Literally, I mean, his name embodies speed, everything about him is always about going fast. Gotta go faster. Like, but nah, like he's just a great character. Probably cockier than any hero on this list. I mean, even in Super Smash Bros, all of his taunts are really just kind of mocking you, saying you're too slow, the Dikembe finger wag, everything about him, but he can back it up. He is really fast, and even though he has his own Super Saiyan form. I mean, they kind of copyrighted that, but we'll get into that another time. But I mean, he's just a really cool character, one of the most iconic characters in video game history, and even if his games, and not all of his games are great, he's always great, and that's sort of like the essence of a good character in my opinion.
He's an iconic character, just like Mario. Sonic's always going to be up there.
Yeah, exactly. All right, so we've reached our number ones. Who do we got?
Okay, so for my number one, probably isn't on most people's list, and I know that. He comes from the DC universe, and it is Black Death.
Black Death. Okay, right. That's a surprise for number one.
Surprise, surprise. Black Death, if you don't know, he is like the Grim Reaper of the DC universe. Whenever someone dies, a character dies in that universe, Black Death is the one to come and get their soul and take it to wherever they go, right? So that being said, him being able to come that fast, as soon as somebody dies, scoop their soul up and go. Plus, he was chasing Barry Allen for so many years. He got Thanos when he died too, while he was chasing Barry Allen. So he like scooping up people while chasing Barry Allen, who at that time embodied the Speed Force.
Yeah.
So Black Death, to me, everybody on this list could not keep up with Death. How do you keep up with Death? You can't outrun Death.
Yeah,
unless you're Barry Allen.
Yeah,
but
exactly.
I'm not. You didn't hear that from me.
My number one, and my favorite speedster, my favorite of the Flash family. Yes, it comes from the Flash family, but it is not Barry Allen. It is Wally West. My favorite version of the Flash. My favorite version of Kid Flash. Every adaptation, and this is why he's my favorite speedster, because literally every adaptation that I've seen him in, whether it's been in Young Justice, whether it has been in Teen Titans, I mean, every version of Wally West, I just love. Like, he instantly becomes one of my favorite characters in the series. Young Justice, you could argue maybe does him the most justice and he gets the most central role. But in every series he's in, even in Teen Titans, he was in like 2 episodes. But in those 2 episodes, he is awesome and you have to pay attention to him. And I mean, Doug probably pointed this out. He could arguably be the fastest of all the Flashes. Yeah. So I mean, but my favorite scene, and this is my favorite. We talked about Quicksilver as the best cinematic scene in history. My favorite scene in animated history when it comes to speedsters is his scene in Justice League. When, as the Flash, he's running so fast that he's running across like continents and you can barely see him. Remember against Brainiac? Yeah. He's speed blitzing him. That is one of my all-time favorite scenes. Not only, it's my favorite scene probably in that series. And in a series like Justice League, which is so iconic and such a good series, that is saying something. And so Wally West, every adaptation I love, and that's why he's my number one.
It's good number one.
Thank you.
Good list. Can't wait to hear y'all list. You come up with lists in the comments.
Yeah, no, the thing is there are so many speedsters.
So many.
And it's across all platforms, so please let us know in the comment section.
Debate me. If you don't like my list, if you have anything to say, debate me. I'm ready.